Morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Paul K. Dunn, owner advisor of J and Sons Cash Flow Advisors. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on with you? Hope everybody doing good out there. Today's topic is going to be step 2. Okay, teach them how to Bitcoin. If you haven't already completed step 1, okay, how to Bitcoin. Step 1. If you haven't already completed that, please go and find a bank, open an account, very similar to the accounts you would get on a normal basis. It can be connected to a card, but the main purpose is that it needs to be able to do withdrawals and make deposits online, so you can manage your bank account there so that you get the right numbers, routing numbers, and debit cards and things like that to be able to buy the Bitcoin when we take you through this step. Okay, if you haven't completed step 1, step 2 is no good to you. Okay. Without further ado, though, it's just going to be a short video. This is not an advanced video that will go into depth about the different brokers that we use. But today's topic is step 2, broker. Get yourself a broker. Okay. All a broker does for the cryptocurrency world is allow you to use your fiat money. So if you're in America, United States, it will allow you to use your USD to get coins. Okay, it will exchange it for you. That's the purpose of a broker. Okay, they will allow that transaction. So they sit in the middle. It's very important that you pay attention to the broker you use. We only deal with 2 types of brokers. Either the broker will be a broker that's connected to USD, allowing you to deposit money, deposit currency other than cryptocurrency. It would allow you to deposit that currency and then buy cryptocurrency. Or it's going to be the type of broker that only deals with cryptocurrency, meaning you cannot use US dollars in their system. You have to buy coins, and you send your coins to this broker, and then you can trade many other different coins. Okay, so the coin differences that you need to know is you have a main coin, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, things like that. Those are main coins. They operate on their own. You can buy them on their own by transferring USD and turning it into those coins. And then you have altcoins. And the altcoins have everything to do with secondary coins. So you can't get a hold of these coins by just having money. You already need to have purchased or have acquired Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin or some other coin that you can trade. So it's a cryptocurrency broker that only trades cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency. And our other broker can trade USD to cryptocurrency. Okay, so those are the 2 differences. Most of the advanced people will want to have both, because they're going to need to take the cryptocurrency they buy and buy other altcoins because they want to invest in certain businesses or business models that they believe in. Okay, so the advanced users will eventually have both. Today's topic is going to only be how to take that first step. Okay, how to get your money and turn it into cryptocurrency, the first layer. Okay, it's the first step. So very first thing you do is with our broker, there's a 2-step verification. Very, very important that your broker verifies your logins, because your logins are very important. It can detect fraud, it can detect hackers and things like that. And so can you, if the 2-step verification is put in place correctly. Okay. So when you start up your account, it's very important that you get your authentication for your two steps set up correctly. And all they do is they'll either send it to your cell phone, or there's another way called a authenticator by Google that will generate a code, and it will keep generating random codes every minute. So as long as you type it in that window, you can get the same type of code from the Google generator, okay, or authenticator. Sorry. Those are the two ways that you can two-step verify. So once you go through the verification, the Coinbase app will open up, or your broker will open up, and then it will give you all of your settings. Okay. And the reason we do two-step verification will come down to our security. It comes to keeping it secure. So you have a two-factor authentication, meaning you'll log in one, and then part two will be they will authenticate it a second time if they don't recognize your computer. And if you have the authenticator, they won't need to send you a SMS. You just open the authenticator. Made by Google. It's very simple to use Google's. I have an Android, so I use the Google one. If you have an iPhone, I'm pretty sure iPhone has its own authenticator. If not, you should be able to download Google Authenticator regardless. It's up to you how you do that part, but it'll generate that code every minute or so. It'll generate a new code that you can go in and authenticate. So it's very important, because what they do is they track your device. They track your account. They track where you're logging in from. They track which computer, you know what I mean, with how many days. Right now I'm current, so I just logged in less than a minute ago in the United States. So if I'm real diligent about using my account, and I'm on top of my own security, I will know if there's been unauthorized access to my account. Okay. And the best part about this is it's really only a problem if you've left your coins inside of your broker, which we say never leave your coins sitting inside of your broker account. Okay, so your broker account should always be on it should always be on zero. Okay, your broker account should always be on zero. There should never be anything in your account to at the moment our wallet in our broker, it has 80 cents in it. Okay, there should never be large amounts in there. The very first thing you'll do, which will be given to you in the next step, but the very first thing you do when you get your once you've bought your Bitcoin, you move it. You move it to your wallet. Okay, so if you buy Bitcoin, if you buy Ethereum, if you buy Litecoin, the first thing you do is you move it. You move it out of here. Okay, so we move our Bitcoin. So we bought Bitcoin on October 11th, and then we sent that Bitcoin on October 22nd, because our goal was to hold Bitcoin for movement. We wanted the price to go up, and then what we were going to do was send it to our next position, okay, once it went up in value. But this was before we connected our other pieces of the puzzle. Okay, so the only time you do that is if you're in the beginning stages, but we're teaching people to hurry up and do this quickly, because what you can do is once you buy your Bitcoin, you send it to your Bitcoin wallet, and even if you want to hold on to it, you just don't spend it. Okay, as long as you don't spend it, that can do the same thing we did. So from October 11th through October 22nd, you don't go and buy anything else. You just have Bitcoin in your wallet. You let it sit still. Okay, and it can still rise in value. So it's more safe to do it that way than to allow it to sit in Coinbase waiting for the prices to go up and down. You do not want to do that anymore. Okay. So yeah, we're teaching people how to get it out of there quickly. Another thing is there's a limit. Okay, very important. They're going to ask you for IDs. They're going to ask you to take pictures of your ID and submit those pictures, and they do them inside of the app itself. Okay. What that does is that increases the limit that you're allowed to deposit into your Coinbase account. The less ID you give, the less you can deposit into this account for buying Bitcoin. Okay. And if you have a whole bunch of Bitcoin, it won't be a problem. But what they do is they're very strict when it comes to United States dollars or to fiat currency of any country, because they are worried about taxes. So the government always wants to understand what's going on money wise so they can find a way to tax you. So they keep very strict records of the USD that's moving. So that's another reason why we want you to keep your Bitcoin in wallets, because what we are finding is that the government wants to take things that do not belong to them. They're heavy when it comes to scaring people into paying taxes. And the reality is, tax is something that's governed and created for them by them, and we do not have to play that game any longer. Okay, so making sure that you understand, keep track of what you're doing. If you're afraid of putting your details in here, unfortunately, you will not be able to trade in here the way that you would like. You're going to be able to trade on a very minimal basis. You will have a lot of restrictions because of fraud activity. Okay, so the more secure they are with who you are, the more you're going to be able to do. Okay, so that's another part of security. So you want to go through each of these things and just get really familiar with what they do. It's very simple. It's going to take you some time to learn how to make it happen. But once we get all the way through the process and we get you all the way set up, we're going to come back anyway and do, a smooth transaction to where we'll show you how to move it and how to upload it, move it, and go from there. Okay. So it's going to be very imperative you stay tuned, you follow the instructions, and you do exactly what we're saying so that you get the idea of how this is going to move, because this process will take place every single time. Over time, it may get better and faster, but right now, it's every single time you're going to have to follow this same process. You're going to have to upload money. You wait for it to get there. You purchase what you want to purchase, whether it's Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin. Once you've purchased that, then you have to move it out of here and send it to an alternative wallet, or you send it to an alternative broker so that you can buy a different type of coin that is not offered at Coinbase. Okay. It's the same structure over and over and over. It's a little bit cumbersome now, but once you get used to it, it moves faster and faster for you. Okay. So really, that is the second step. Get this thing done. Get this fully set up. Do not deposit any money in there. Just make sure you get everything set up correctly. You fill out what you need to fill out. You log in a couple of times. You check out what they're asking you to do and just go through the whole process of looking through Coinbase and just familiarizing yourself with everything that they're offering. And then we'll go further into detail as we begin to invest and move money around. Okay. So without further ado, it's Paul K. Dunn. I'm signing out. Wanted to keep this video quick. If you have any questions, remember, you want to make sure you go back to our group. Okay. You want to make sure you go back to our group, ask the questions you need to ask, and we will get them answered for you. Okay. Very simple, very plain. We wish you success, prosperity, and abundance in everything you do. And until next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.